Oh, hello, welcome. This is going to be a quick video of how to make gold in the end game after hitting, say, level 55, level 60. A lot of your gold income is going to be at level 65 because you get actually a bonus of gold for being max level. The way you can tell is actually if you go into your quest, extra gold for being maximum level character or character level gives you an extra bonus of, say, 7,800. A bunch of your quests at the end game are going to be giving you a bunch of your gold, especially for, like, say, in the Aranta area. Aranta area is going to give you a bunch of your gold income. So say if I collect 8 trial shot monoculars, I will get an extra 13,000 gold. In the end, this quest can end up giving me around 60,000 gold for just turning in 8 items. These items are grindable over here in the Austin's Cave and killing the range monsters here. A lot of these items that this Aranta area in the north are going to be asking for are going to be items that you can farm around the maps. So, say for this one, the Lupus pelt and the Hungry Ferocious pelt can actually be farmed right here in the Frozen Grotto. Right over here, it's going to give you another 60,000 gold. If, say, you farm it beforehand and you farm, say, a whole month's worth, you can literally just log in, turn in these quests, and you can get bonus free gold for your character. Roughly, I think if I remember right, if you do your dailies, you can get roughly around 1 million to 3 million gold, give or take. It varies on how many characters you have as well. Other things that you can keep an eye out for is going to be the other quests. There's going to be a very various amount of quests that you can do that will be giving you gold. So this is something that you should be very mindful of for. As you can see, this one gives me 49,000 plus an extra 14,000. This quest pretty much in the end gives me around 64,000 gold for doing that. And as you can see, there's multiple of these quests here, roughly around all giving me around 60,000 gold each. So 6, 12, 18, 24, and 36. So roughly just doing these 6 quests will give me around 300,000 gold for just churning in a few items. Say you farm the items out and you get a drop, that's going to give you even more gold. Say you drop a level 63 item, but it's not even for your class. You can actually break it down and you can actually sell it for Runes of Cold. Runes of Cold will vary on your server. Ours roughly sells for 200,000 per piece. So now all of a sudden, your 300,000 gold that you get from doing your dailies right there gives you an extra 200,000. Now you made 500,000. The next thing is going to be as well as a level 55 dailies that you can get from the northern coast, which you actually unlock it right here with Professor Hobble with the Power Shard quest. He's going to give you a chest chain quest that you're going to have to kill a couple mobs around the map. And in the end, during certain levels, you'll get increased quests, such as, say, this big Carabus at level 60 will give you. Uh, you'll get this quest and it'll give you around 49,000 gold, give or take. Armored Halls is at level 58. This will give you around 40,000 gold. It's all varying. So this is going to be a lot of your gold income. It's going to be these daily quests. You can figure out your routine depending on person. A lot of people vary and do different ones. I will show up a little pictures of where most of these northern quests are going to be at. And you can roughly run those after you hit level 55 and you do his Power Shard quest. Another one is going to be the wanted quest. The wanted quests are actually nothing to laugh at, as they actually give you a good amount of gold. As you can see here, Galu himself is 69,000 gold. Yes, haha, funny joke. But then you add another 20,000 gold onto it. You get 89,000 gold for killing Galu himself. That's not counting his chest. And say if you get one of his nice little items that you can get that you can break down for green Elum, or if, say, you get one of the recipes that's rare that some people might want, or one of the pets, things of that nature, it can give you a little bit of extra gold. So that's something that you can do. Other things that you can keep an eye out for, say this black roll right here, I need 16 of this in order to finish the quest. It's at 46,000 plus an extra 13,000. That's going to give me 59,000 roughly. But the thing is I know black roll right now is actually pretty cheap on here. So if I actually buy 16, I actually profit an extra roughly 40,000 gold. So if I wanted to, I can actually just buy all of these and I profit for the next couple of weeks, give or take, varying how many I buy. If I, say, had 2 characters or 3 characters, I should just buy all these right now and I would profit roughly 45,000 gold per quest. That will end up adding me to, say, roughly 2 million gold on 2 characters. Another one is going to be another daily dungeons, daily dungeons guide. I have a dungeons guide video on my channel, but it's going to be like, say, the lair of Information. It's going to be the meat chopper over here in the abandoned warehouse. It's going to be in Hand of Frost with Dingu's Shelter, the 8-man in Elven Factory, as well as the 8-man over here in the Mineral Pit. Another very, very important one that you should never look over is going to be the Scorpion King Daily. Scorpion King Daily is very, very wonderful daily that you can do that is in that dungeon guide at the very, very end. If you complete Scorpion King, there is 3 different bosses that you can get loot from. Those bosses can give you some good loot, and they can give you some meh loot. But at the very, very end, Scorpion King himself can actually give you a chance to drop a card itself. It can be a completely random card of, say, such as an Anubis, or say it can be like a dewdrop card. But if you say you get a card, it can be very, very good gold. Other items that it can drop are, say, like Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire can give you a good amount of gold, and if you can actually get that item, then you can end up getting a good amount of money. Roughly, I think Ring of Fire for our server is roughly, oh, it's flame. Oops, I'm sorry. There you go. Ring of Flame itself, recipe is 1,000,000. If, say, you raw drop it, that such as this one, and you know you got it from Scorpion King, it says becomes personal once worn. These people actually got it from Scorpion King Dungeon. So it can roughly net you around 5,000,000 or more gold just for raw dropping. And a lot of times you will get the raw drop, sometimes you'll get recipes. It all varies. But that's a good amount of money that you can get from there. Another one would be like, say, the Archon dungeons right over here in the Solo Manor. Solo Manor, you can get items over here that can give you a good amount of money, and some of the recipes are very, very important to get that people would want, such as, like, say, myself on my other character. I actually got the Ephraim mask. This can net me, say, 10,000,000 if I wanted to sell it, or say one of the cards. Some of the cards that are very important to get and nice to get that can give you a good amount of money. Um, that's another way to get money. Another way people like to get money would be farming Anubis in the pyramid floors right over here in this little section here. Right over here down these stairs, there's Anubises here. There's Anubises on the bottom left and right over here and right over here in the center as well. You can farm an Anubis card, sell it for 14, 15 million, and use that money to get gold for your characters. It all depends on person to person on how they want to make gold. Some people like doing this, some people like doing that. Some people, I even know, will boost your character for 1 hour for roughly 4 million gold for the hour. And that's like insane leveling where you just stand AFK, you hit your EXP totem, and you can end up giving people boosts in that sense. That's what some people like doing. It all varies person to person. Technically, you could do bosses. I know some people would ask about the bossings, but realistically, I don't recommend it as much because it's not very reliable. It's very RNG based, and because of the competition on your server, you might not even get a chest as it requires you to be in the top 4 DPS. Another thing you could consider doing is hunting elites in certain areas, such as like the Iliar, such as in the Cobweb Dungeon. You can get their card if you'd like, and you can try and sell it for a little bit of money. It all varies person to person on what they want to do. These are ways that you can get money, and it all varies if you want to put the time into doing that. Some people like doing this, some people like doing that. It's all preference, but this is roughly the way you would end up getting your money. Um, Another thing I'd like to add overall in the end is there's multiple ways that you can actually make money. And one last final thing you can actually do is farming items that people need, such as, say, dental nerves. Dental nerves are an item a lot of endgame players need. As you can see, for one, you get 20,000 gold. If this person that farmed it out a little bit, farmed 21, and can sell it for 420,000 in total. Say, such as these players over here, they have 104, and a lot of people need these items for their endgame weapons, such as assassins. Another one's going to be the necklaces that some thieves are going to need for their items, since these are a little bit harder to get. They're selling 35 per. They farmed 42. They made 1.5 million. It might have taken them 30 minutes to farm this. In 30 minutes, they made 1.5 million, give or take. It all varies, but this is one way you can see what people need. And once you do the math on it, you can actually farm these items, get a drop of a actual item piece that you can actually use, or you can just sell the Rune of Cold or use it yourself. and then you can just sell the loot itself for some bit of money. Like I said, there's so many ways that you can make gold in this game. It just varies on what you're wanting to do. Hopefully, this helps you out. Have a great night. Bye bye.